What's up there guys, it's Immersive Gamer 83 and thank you so much for stopping by. Today I'm super excited, super happy to be jumping on and talking to you guys. Seems like it's been a whole while since I've been jumping in front of the camera. And yeah, I'm kind of feeling back to normal. I'm able to start training again. I'm feeling like I'm getting back to my old self again. So, you know, it's took a long time since I messed my back up and I'm kind of getting there again. So I'm feeling happy in myself and feeling like I've got a whole lot more energy. Things are going well at work, but more to the point, let's talk about some VR catch-up. Okay, so I've kind of been preoccupied playing a little bit of Modbox, as you can see on the back of the screen over there. If I put my mouse over here, you can see I'm now up to 83 hours in Modbox. So not all of that is in the level I've been working on at the moment, probably about 20 hours in that so far, but just really enjoying the game. It's a decent game to be honest, but I'm not talking about that today just yet. I'll touch on that later. Just wanted to talk about some of the things that are coming out, some of the things that I'm excited for going forward with regards to virtual reality. Okay, so let's have a little look then. So the first thing I want to talk about, this thing called Elysium. So it's a community-based, massive multiplayer role-playing project for virtual reality. That sounds pretty sick. The graphics are pretty simplistic, but like it's because of the scope of the game. The actual game itself looks like huge. It's going to be a massive open environment full of islands and all sorts of cool shit. You're going to be able to build. You're going to be able to, like, whatever they put there, you're going to be able to knock it down and rebuild it however you want. Apparently they reckon there's up to like 500 per server. You know, I don't have anywhere near that many friends, but you know, like, we can get online, link up and start a project and build a world together, man. It's pretty crazy. So it says each player can try himself in different roles, ranging from a bandit from in the ghetto, ending with the president of the island or the state of St. Grace Island. Special attention's paid to spheres, technologies, weapons, building, you know, survival and building and economics. The building aspects is what gets me interested as well. But let's have a little look at the little video as well. The video is worth a watch. It's just about nearly 4 minutes long, and as you can see, look at the size of that. That's like a huge old map there to us down there. So you can have all kinds of different sort of like land masses to go into. There's like, you know, proper rainforests, there's like a volcano island, just like loads of, you know, pretty much wherever you want you can go there. There's a desert island, there's plains as well, and you can make your character change them to look like whatever you want and just set off in the world, you know. Just it's pretty exciting. I'm not going to watch the whole thing now, but like, as you can see on here, he's literally getting in the car, and then he's just like literally using his Vive controllers as hands and he's driving through the world. That's sick. That's so sick. You know, I can just imagine myself just going for a drive for hours, you know. And if we can sculpt the world as well, I can imagine there to be some really awesome sort of driving experiences as well, like open world driving with your friends in convoy, races like street races, everything pretty much like GTA Online but on a bigger, more ghetto scale. So that's really exciting. So, you know, I can imagine all people getting up to all sorts of mad stuff. So Geezer on a speedboat now, you know, he's going over to another island, like pilotable helicopters and planes. This looks so sick. You know, there's it doesn't show all the weapons here, but there's like going to be a selection of weapons, and hopefully it's not going to focus so much on the violence. Apparently it's going to be like green zones and that, green zones, so you can, you know, go there and live in relative peace and safety. You can be a policeman if you want to sort of govern those areas. Just sounds like it's going to be sick. Sounds like it's going to be sick, to be honest. So definitely one to watch out for, and you can go and check out more information on join.elysium.today. That's the website. So it looks sick. Yeah, you've got locomotion. It won't support teleporting. It's only going to be locomotion. So for those without VR legs, you know, unfortunately you can either take it slow or this game probably won't be for you. But the rest of us, this is going to be a very interesting project. I don't know when it's going to come, but it's definitely something on the horizon to watch out for. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on that. I'll put a link down to the website in the description of this video. Next we're going to have a look at Out of Ammo Death Drive. This was originally going to be like an expansion for Out of Ammo. I bought Out of Ammo, never really played it. You know what I mean? Apparently it was like a multiplayer experience. It was sort of like an RTS. I had a little go, Probably put a couple of hours in here or there, but overall never went to it. You know, it seemed like it was a bit it was good for its time, but a lot of things surpassed it quickly. But we can have a little look at this one. This sort of seems a bit more up my street. It's a bit more sort of like post-apocalyptic kind of thing. It seems like there's comedy elements in there as well, and this is worth a watch as well. So I'll put a link to this trailer. So it's going to be like a zombie apocalypse going on, sort of like the Walking Dead sort of thing, with like bandit camps, and basically the world's gone to shit. So that's very interesting. I don't know what locomotions that's going to be going on in this one. At some point in this video they did actually get inside like a vehicle as well, so whether we can drive these vehicles, I'd like to hope so. It looks pretty mad though, so you know, definitely worth a look in my opinion. This is pretty exciting, and yeah, it's coming out in August sometime, so I've not got a specific date on it, but there is a Steam page up. Go and check it out. It looks pretty sick. As for co-op, I don't know whether co-op's going to be in there yet, or whether it's going to be something they add on. It's not mentioned at the moment, but the original Out of Ammo does have a co-op playthrough line as well, so hopefully that'll be coming. The next thing as well, this thing looks like Google Earth on crack. This is called Megaton Rainfall. So this is really intriguing. It looks like a globe, you know, you start off in space. It looks a bit like a Superman simulator as well. Geezers sort of flying around, as you can do in like Google Earth as well, you know, sort of how you can fly around the world. But it just looks like carnage. As you can see there, it looks like megaton bombs are going off there, and then, you know, getting to see that shit in VR looks pretty mad. I don't know whether that was just the geezer flying there, or whether that was just what, but there's definitely combat there, you know. So you're flying around the world, flying through buildings, kicking off with what looks to be like Age of Ultron shit going down in the background. This is pretty exciting, and just watching the 2D, I'm kind of imagine Google Earth, but with this stuff going on. I don't know whether this is based on real Earth or what, because it looks like there's like the Palm Islands in Dubai in a moment, like on one of the bits, but like the destruction physics look mad as well. Really awesome. So these geezers out in space as well. I don't know whether there's going to be other planets as well. I don't know how, you know, is this like a galaxy simulator? I don't know. You know, it doesn't really give too much away, but that looks like Dubai, right? And it goes in down to the planet's levels, you know what I mean? And then it just, you can just see it all going off. So this looks pretty sick. I don't know when this is coming out, but I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on this one. It's called Megaton Rainfall, and fucking hell, that looks pretty awesome to me, you know. Sort of definitely like pretty much Google Earth on crack. So yeah, definitely worth a look at that one. And then yeah, again, I want to touch on a little bit about a level that I'm working on. So those 83 hours I've put in so far, they've not all gone on this, but this is something I'm working on. So this was my last video I put out. I didn't really talk about this one too much, so I was going to cover it now. So I'm getting to the stage now where things are starting to fall into place. Everything's going really well with this build. I'm really excited to get this one done, and I'm going to be spending a couple of hours after recording this just getting on it. So look at the size of that. I mean, when you're actually in the game as well, this feels huge, absolutely huge. Underneath that big building as well, there's going to be like a sort of train station thing. It's not going to be functioning trains or anything, but it's just going to be like another level, and just a bit more. I need to add a load more props and make it feel more lived in. But overall, this is going really well, and I had a lot of positive feedback on that. So thank you very much for everyone who's checked out that video. Again, I'll put the link down to this if you want a little look at it. There's a bit more on it, and if you are interested in just finding out more, be sure to, you know, check out the links. Hopefully I'm going to get the blimp that I've put in there to actually fly slowly around the map, so it's just something to look at. It's going to be like a pretty much team deathmatch, so I'm going to set it up so you can either have like single players, you know, all against all, or just like a team deathmatch, and try and make it laid out so it's going to look all sort of like realistic and lived in with props, and you know, like a war room with like holograms and shit. Kind of going for the Killzone feel there. So yeah, pretty sick. You guys have given us some really good feedback on it. Did quite well on Reddit as well. A load of people give some good feedback on that. So yeah, thank you for that, and I will move on to the last little bit. So I don't know if you guys have had a chance to play Dead Effect 2 yet. If you haven't, check it out. It's really good. It's a conversion from a flat screen game, and they've ported it over to VR. Done a really good job implementing it. and it's had a load of positive feedback from the community. So generally speaking, it's a very good experience. It's an okay flat screen experience, but the actual VR implementation is really well done, and it's got co-op, and it's worth a look, and it's definitely, you know, much better than the standard flat screen game. Anyway, the devs of that, I think they're called Badfly. I want to say it's Badfly, is it? Let's have a look. I'm sure it's on here. But yeah, Badfly Interactive. They're bringing out this game. I don't know how you pronounce that, but it's called Tau Ceti, I think it is. But this is going to be, I imagine this is what like Ark Survival should have been, you know what I mean? So they've learned everything from Dead Effect 2, and they've just, you know, they're throwing it into this. This is going to be coming out for flat screen. It's going to be coming out for VR as well. It looks pretty sick, and you're going to be able to play this with friends. I think it's up to play 8 players cooperatively, and it just looks like a massive open world experience. It's kind of like creatures and stuff, vehicles. I mean, look at that. That just looks so beautiful. This looks like what Ark should have been, you know. And if it's anything by the last Dead Effect 2, you're gonna have proper implementation, you know, like, because that game was a conversion, so this is showing what appears to be the flat screen footage. But if you go and check out some Dead Effect 2, I've also got a video to that. I'll link that in the description. You can see how the implementation works there. So porting VR games over seems the way forward, you know, and that way the devs are able to reach a wider audience as well. This Tau Ceti Unknown Origin looks so sick, and I cannot wait. I'm hoping they can get it running on, you know, current gen tech. So should be alright with my system that I've got at the moment. I'll best pause this because we don't really want to watch the 10 worst haircut fails on YouTube. That looks a bit fucking shit, so I'll just kill that off. So yeah, that's pretty much all the topics I wanted to cover today. Yeah, so I just wanted to say, very happy to be back on, very happy to, you know, jump in front of the camera and speak to you guys. So yeah, if there's anything you want to hear about, anything you want to see on the channel, let me know. Yeah, I'm at the moment I've been enjoying doing what I want to do, so I've been, you know, kind of tied up with Modbox. I'm enjoying it. I'm hoping to publish my level later this month. If there's anything you want to see, or you think there's anything I've missed or should be checking out, let me know, and of course I'll go and check out some stuff. Also, last final note, I picked up Batman VR. I know it's old school. It was a bit too much. It was too expensive for the original cost of entry for me. I thought, no, it's an hour tech demo, you know what I mean? Like, but it looks sick. The graphics look really nice on it, and there was a deal going on Bundle Star. It was on Bundle Star. I'll also put a link to that. And if you enter the code, I think it was something like Summer 10, you get an additional percentage off. Nothing to do. I'm not promoting that shit, you know what I mean? I'm just saying I picked it up a bit cheaper, and they've got it on discount. So I think I paid like £6, you know. So like worth it. Got a Steam key for it, and yeah, pretty much worth a look for £6, you know. But I wouldn't pay original asking price for it, but I'll pay £6 for it. So on that bombshell, I'm gonna get off. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you want to see anything. It's great to be back, guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Night night.